Out to talk about this and other Trump victories, Alabama Senator Katie Britt. Senator, thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you having me, and what an incredible topic to talk about. Obviously, Senator Blackburn just nailed it. You can even add more programs in there that Americans never intended to support, whether it is making sure that we have more gender diversity and Mexican street lighting, or going to sex workers in Nepal. Look, Americans worked hard for this money. This is their taxpayer dollars that they've sent to D.C. and said, we want you to spend this judiciously. Clearly, this money was going way outside the mission of what it was intended for. In the Senate, you saw exceptional leadership by Senator Eric Schmidt, moving the ball down the field. President Trump, once again, promises made, promises kept, has delivered for hardworking American people, saying, we're going to call this stuff back. We understand where we are as a nation. $9 billion is significant, but Linda, when you look at this overall, we're $37 trillion in debt, so we're just getting started at creating accountability for the American people. But finally, we are doing it.
Right. NPR, PBS, they lost a lot of their funding. There's now all this kind of hyperbole surrounding it. Oh, my goodness, what are the farmers going to do? How are they going to get their weather alerts? Maybe they should have thought of about that before they were so partisan and slammed Republicans, because if you're being subsidized by the federal government, it is your duty to present both sides of the story. And they weren't doing that. They became propaganda machines for the left.
Well, you've seen stories that have come up now that have said that they wouldn't even cover the fact that COVID came from a lab there in China, said that was a conspiracy theory.
They wouldn't cover the Hunter Biden laptop.
Correct. And look, Americans want their news. They want them to call balls and strikes, particularly if they're investing in it. That's not what they have been doing. And so, unfortunately for them, there's accountability, which is good for the American people. It's a new day. We are sick of the left pushing their agenda into every crevice of America. We're pulling that back and getting back to what people intended, where it's these dollars going to help people, these dollars going to help hardworking Americans thrive, achieve that American dream. And so it's a good day for America, and I'm excited about what's next.
Let's talk about this bombshell story that's coming out. Tulsi Gabbard, the head of the director of the National Intelligence Agency, finding the proof, the validation of something we've all suspected for years now. The Barack Obama and his merry men, or whatever, Suzanne Rice, Clapper, you name it, all of them were behind this coup to usurp. I mean, it's unbelievable what they were doing to the president of the United States. Trump was right all along. Now we have the concrete proof. But the question is, do you think Barack Obama will ever be held accountable for the destruction and his co-conspirators for what they did to this nation? And because they not only tried to destroy President Trump, but
they tried to undermine his credibility
and the nation and our national security and put us in danger on the world stage.
Well, and this is what you've seen. You've seen this rise up. On November 5th, America said enough's enough. They said, we want accountability. We want transparency. We are sick of people hiding the ball. We know that there's other agendas at play, and we want you to shed light on that. We know what happened, and now the American people know what happened, and that's that the Obama administration and Democrats attempted to undermine President Trump before he ever set foot in the Oval Office. Look, we need to make sure that we get to the bottom of this, because what we're doing is ensuring it never happens again. So it's saying, if you look at these documents, that they knew Russia was a hoax, but that didn't keep them from pushing the story and pushing the narrative. And unfortunately, that not only undermines the American people, it undermines our credibility abroad. But it's a new day. I am grateful to Tulsi Gabbard for exposing this, and I think that we're just getting started. I think there's more to come.
There certainly is, and there also is more to come when it comes to the kind of Epstein saga. President Trump trying to put it to rest. All the conspiracy theorists, I feel like this scandal kind of lives online, because President Trump is the one who led this investigation. Dan Bongino, long before he got into office, as well as the director of the FBI, Kash Patel. So I think when you doubt the president, you doubt Bongino, you doubt Patel. What do you think about the president? He is now directing the Department of Justice to release all the files, all the grand jury testimony, you name it, of course, subject to court approval. At this point, President Trump is the most transparent president we've ever had.
Absolutely. Have you ever seen a president be more forthcoming with the American people? I mean, how many times is he available for media inquiries? He stands in front of the media, answers questions. We didn't see Joe Biden do that at all. And he is also making good on every single promise he made when it comes to the things he talked about on the campaign trail and the things he knows Americans want, whether it's the one big beautiful bill delivering the largest tax cut in American history, whether it is rolling back with these DOGE cuts, with the rescissions package, whether it's the Lake and Riley Act, which I was proud to lead, securing our American border. He is going line by line. This is the most successful 6 months we have ever seen under any president. And he is saying, what do the American people need? What do they deserve? And I'm going to make sure they do that. They deserve credibility. They deserve transparency. And that's exactly what Donald Trump is providing.
I mean, we're running out of time, but he was even so transparent that he has a benign vein condition, right? And he had a little bit of a makeup here because it happens as you get older. He had some swelling in his ankles. Meantime, you had Joe Biden, who was a weekend at Bernie's 24/7.
We had a commander-in-chief under Joe Biden that was not in command.
Right.
How fortunate are we as American people that we have a commander-in-chief now that is putting America first. He is making sure that our interests are taken care of, both home and abroad. He is working 24/7 to deliver on promises for the American people. He believes the American people and the next generation are worth fighting for, and that's exactly what President Trump is doing every day. And boy, is it an honor to be able to work alongside him and help deliver results for the American people.
And so are you.
Thank you.
And so are you. Thank you so much for what you do for our nation every single day. Thank you, because it's kind of like a calling what you do. Only a special person can do it.
Well, and it's absolutely worth it. If we can change a life, if we can make things better, every bit of the time is worth it. And so this is a unique moment in time where we're taking our nation back, where we're cementing our values and our opportunity for people. And it is really incredible to be a part
God bless
of
you
it.
for all the great work that
Thank
you
you.
are doing. Senator Britt, thank you so much for joining us.